Hello guys and welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new, and I hope you're all having a beautiful Wednesday like I am, like probably most Arsenal fans are. And if you're a Chelsea fan watching this, I hope you're having as bad a day as your club is at football. Arsenal winning last night 5-0 at the Emirates against Chelsea, our biggest win against Chelsea ever. And look, it's not a great Chelsea team, we all know that, and they were missing their best player in Cole Palmer, and Gusto, who's been quite good for them this season. But my God, what a performance from Arsenal, especially in the second half. First half, to be honest with you, I was very, very frustrated. Come half time, I was actually quite angry because I thought the game should have been done. It was only 1-0 at half time. We gave them a few bits of hope and moments of hope on the counter attack where they had a few chances, and it was really quite frustrating me. And I thought, just don't let this be one of them games where you look back on and regret not putting them away in the first half. Kai Havertz in the first half, I thought, was doing an inside job for his old club. Had two moments in particular where both times he makes the wrong decision. First time he gets in the box, he should probably shoot, but he passes and misses the pass. The second time, when he should probably pass, he shoots and doesn't score. And I was thinking, oh God, this should be 3 or 4-0 when we're going in 1-0. I just hope it ain't going to be one of them classical things you look back at in the Premier League where a team dominates, doesn't take their chances, and then they end up coming unstuck in the second half. But thankfully, the boys come out with the right attitude in the second half and made sure that did not happen. Getting a second goal of the game fairly early through Ben White. I think it was about the 50th or 55th minute, somewhere in that sort of time frame. Well worked short corner. I think that's something Arsenal picked up on at half time, that Chelsea weren't defending them very well. Played it short between Odegaard and Saka. Played it out to Rice. He has a bit of a drag shot. Deflects to Ben White. A little bit of fault, fortunately. But who fucking cares? He puts it on his left foot. 2-0. And then from then, you felt fairly comfortable. But then 5-10 minutes later, you felt even more comfortable with Kai Havertz scoring his 10th Premier League goal of the season. Getting played through by Martin Odegaard, who was absolutely amazing on the night. Who we'll go on to talk a little bit about later on. Puts through an unbelievable ball, probably our assist of the season. Havertz goes bursting through, holds Cucurella off like he's just a kid, runs through, puts it in, and celebrates against his old club, a club who was celebrating him being sold, calling him shit. Look, I can't pretend that I was over the moon with us signing him, but he's proved me wrong so far. I've been actually quite happy with him. But yeah, gave it to the Chelsea fans, and then a few minutes later, he goes and gets his second of the night, 11th Premier League goal of the season. And look, if you had said come probably December that Kai Havertz was going to go on to score 11 Premier League goals, you probably would have been called a delusional fan and just biased and whatever. But since that the buy trip, he's really turned it around, found his place in the team up front, and he's playing really, really well. Like I said, in a weird way, I'm still quite frustrated with him yesterday because he could have had probably a hat-trick and an assist, and, you know, he would have had a fantastic day. He still did. 2 goals I'll never ever complain with. But it's just, you know, if you had said at the start of the season that come the final 4 games of the season, Havertz would be one of the untouchables in your team and one of the best, one of the players in your best 11 going for a title, people probably wouldn't have backed that. You know, they probably would have assumed it'd be Jesus or maybe even Trossard. But Havertz has made that number 9 position at the minute his own, really, and he's put himself in a position where for the remaining 4 games of the season he has to play. Simple as. So yeah, fantastic performance from him. And then Ben White getting his second of the night with an unbelievable finish that he 100% did not mean. Nice pass from Odegaard as usual, and Ben White tried to put it back across goal blatantly, but somehow he shanked it beautifully, I must say, into the top corner. Who would have thought that Ben White would score a brace in any Premier League game, let alone against a top 6 rival and, you know, the pride of London apparently. But yeah, brilliant performance from Arsenal. Good to get some goals in our goal difference back up. You know, after when you looked after Villa, there was a 6-goal swing in City's favour as they put 5 past Luton, but obviously conceded 1. We conceded 2, so yeah, 6-goal swing. And then you thought, oh God, our goal difference is taking a right hammer in. Because if really and truly, I think if Arsenal are going to win the league, it's probably going to be on goal difference. Because I can't see City losing a game. They might draw one, but I can't see them losing. So it was really good in the past 2 games to get you know, 7 goals back up on City. We're currently technically sitting 4 points ahead of them, but they do have 2 games in hand. But all we can do is put pressure on them at the moment, and they've got a really tough game on Thursday against Brighton. Brighton away is not an easy game. Yes, City will go into it favourites, and you expect City to win. But look, you never know. All you can do is put the pressure on them and hope that they might mentally be tired after, and they might crack. Who knows? But look, brilliant from Arsenal, and you know, we'll go into the player ratings now when we'll talk about a few of the individual performances. Starting with David Raya. Thought we had a fairly quiet night. Didn't have much to do, but what he did need to do, he dealt with well. Got his 14th clean sheet of the season. He's now confirmed Golden Glove winner for the for the season. He's got what, 14 clean sheets in 28 games, I believe he has. Which is fantastic for him. Obviously, he didn't play the first, I think it was 3 or 4 games of the season. Missed 2 games against Brentford, and he's still by far and away the Golden Glove outright winner with the most clean sheets in the league. And you know, that's credit to him. Obviously, credit to the back 4, to Declan Rice, to the whole team really, because the whole team worked absolutely immensely hard defensively. And look, there's a lot of questions over Raya when he come in. Look, I was one of his biggest critics. I'm still not 1,000,000% sure on him, if I'll be honest. I still feel like I'm not sure he can save us in the big moments when we need him to make them 2 or 3 massive saves. He did against Wolves last week, so fair play to him. But that's still the only question mark I have over him. If he can start making them saves on a consistent basis, then I can't argue with it. Hopefully, to be fair, you don't have to make them saves very often, but I feel like there's a few times this season I think, could you have saved that? Could you have saved that? But look, brilliant achievement for him in his first season at Arsenal. And yeah, based on the night, like I said, didn't have much to do. I'll probably give him a 7. Ben White, you've got to give him a 9. Probably, in a way, I feel a bit harsh not giving him a 10. You know, if you're a right back and you score 2 and keep a clean sheet, what more could you possibly want? But I'll give him a 9. I thought he was sensational. 2 good goals. And I think he's been quite comfortably the best right back in the league this season, in my opinion. A lot of people might say Trent, but Trent's obviously had quite a long layoff with injuries and stuff, whereas Ben White played through an injury at one point when he was kind of struggling. I just think he's sensational, Ben White. I absolutely love him. Saliba and Gabriel, as you know, I tend to rate these 2 together. I think they both had a solid enough game. They weren't necessarily incredible. I think Saliba had a little bit of a tough time figuring out Jackson in the first half. I think he underestimated how quick Jackson was. Because I noticed in the FA Cup semi-final, when Jackson absolutely burnt Kyle Walker, I realised how quick he was then. And he gave Saliba a run in the first half. But other than that, not much to complain, really. I think they both done fairly well. I thought Gabriel was very, very good on the ball at times. I mean, he did get away with one for Kai Havertz's first goal. If I'm honest, that goal probably shouldn't have stood because he did foul Madueke. He gave it to Odegaard. Odegaard to Havertz, and it's all of a sudden it's 3-0. Very, very surprised that goal didn't get overturned. But I think Gabriel's probably slightly better of the 2. So I'm going to give probably Gabriel an 8, Saliba a 7. Tomiyasu, I thought, played all right, but I do think he struggled some at times. I think a lot of their dangerous moments come down his side, where he's maybe Madueke was going past him or balls were getting played in behind him too easy. But look, he is probably still a bit rusty. I still think overall we played well, and I'd still play him on Sunday. But yeah, I'll give him a 7. Thomas Partey, back in the starting 11. I can't believe I spoke about this. This is the first time, April 23rd, we've seen our best midfield play in the Premier League. And look, it was a pleasure to watch. Thomas Partey looked sharp. He looked sort of, I wouldn't say back to his best, because I think Thomas Partey's best is almost pretty much a world-class level. But he looked very, very good. Just his ability to manipulate the ball, the way he can play a ball very quickly forward and through the lines, his ability just to snuff out danger. I thought he played really well. I thought he gave a basis for Declan Rice and Odegaard to go and start doing all their stuff and playing really well. I'll give Thomas Partey an 8. Good to see him back, and I hope he can stay fit. Thomas Partey, look, mate, he is probably one of the most frustrating players I've seen at the Emirates because of how good he is. And it's been so frustrating. Obviously, it's not his fault that he's been injured, etc. And I'm sure he's not done it on purpose, but it's been so frustrating because you look at him and you think, if you could have just stayed fit this whole season pretty much, where could we have been? Because I reckon we'd be in a lot better position in the title race because he is that good. And all I ask is, please just give us 4 more games. 4 more games at his close to best level, and we might just lift the Premier League title if we're lucky. So yeah, brilliant performance from him. Good to see him back. Has to stay in the team for me for Spurs, but we'll talk about that in the Spurs preview. Declan Rice thought was brilliant. Box to box, getting, he got the assist early on. He's now got more assists in the league than I think I saw Bruno Fernandes, Foden, and it might have been someone else. Can't remember who the other person was. But I was really surprised by that. He has been brilliant this season, to be fair. Yeah, there was a few times. One time he got the ball on the edge and like manipulated the ball, spun away from Enzo, nearly whipped it in the top corner, but couldn't quite find the target. But I thought overall he was brilliant. I'll give him. Do I give him a 9? Is that a bit keen? No, I'll give him a 9. Fuck it. And then on to the man of the match, Martin Odegaard. My God. Ladies and gentlemen, what a footballer we have at Arsenal, by the way. He is an absolutely sensational player. He is so unbelievably good, Martin Odegaard. I've said quite often before, I don't think we have a world-class player yet in the squad, because I still think these players need to get over the line till we can call them that. But if there's anyone who's this close to being world-class, it's got to be Martin Odegaard. The man is sensational. He's a brilliant captain. The way he plays, some of the passes he was playing yesterday, I mean, he got 2 assists in the game, but he could have had probably 3, 4, maybe more. And I feel quite sorry for him, because you look at his assist numbers. I think he's got 8 goals and 8 assists in the league this season. But his assists should be right up there. He should have at least 15, 16 in my opinion. Like, when you look at his overall stats, he's created the most chances, most through balls, this, that and the other. He tops everything. And I think I think he said Europe's top 5 leagues, but I might be wrong. But he's just been a brilliant, brilliant player. And I'm going to give him a 10. Fuck it. I think he's been absolutely amazing. And look, if we've got any chance of winning the league, we need Martin to keep up this form for the last 4 games. But yeah, brilliant performance from him. Saka, I thought, played all right. It was good to see him taking people on again. There's one point when he had a couple of chances at Cucurella, but it seemed like the first time he got the ball, and you could sort of see the intent that he thought, I'm going to beat him, I'm going to take him on. Bang, bang, in and out of him, and Caicedo got into the box, got a shot off. So yeah, he was causing them all sorts of problems. Sorry, I got right, causing them all sorts of problems. Managed to get an assist for Kai's second goal. A little bit of a quiet performance, but overall still good enough. I'll give him a 7. Trossard managed to get the first goal, and overall I thought he played quite well. Faded a little bit towards the end, but I thought he had a good game, and I think he's at the minute, he's another one I don't think you can drop right now. Scores big goals, scored his 10th league goal of the season as well. So yeah, good performance from Trossard. I'll probably edge him over Saka, give him an 8. And then Kai Havertz, I'll give a 9. I thought he was fantastic. Like I said, the first half, as frustrating as he was with them 2 big chances, I thought overall his play was good. He was doing some nice flicks around the corners and link-up play with the players. And look, he was still in the positions to get them chances at the end of the day. Just frustrating he couldn't take them. But 2 beautiful goals. Glad he celebrated. He's at a better team, a better club now, and you're starting to see better performances. He's starting to produce. He's starting to produce in Arsenal shirt. I think he's found his feet. He's found his position. I think we're starting to understand how to play him. Look, if I'm brutally honest, come the start of next season, do I want to see Kai Havertz in the starting 11? Probably not. But I'm happy he's in the squad, and I think he should be that sort of 12th, 13th man to come off the bench. And, be rotated in and out of the squad as of next season. But for right now, brilliant performance, and he has to be in the team come Sunday. Subs, I won't really rate the subs, but I will say I think Vieira looked the most lively out of everyone. Thought he showed some glimpses, had a nice shot. Martinelli, now Martinelli's a little bit of a concern at the minute. Not long term, because I believe Martinelli will still be a top player. I think he's had a little bit of a quiet season, but that's fine. Last season, he was fantastic. And if you look at last season, it was his first real full season playing week in, week out from the start in the Premier League. Got 15 goals, 7 assists. This season, he's been a bit quieter, but he's still getting his chances. He probably should have scored against Wolves. Should have scored yesterday, right at the end. But yeah, a little bit of a concern, but I think he will come good. And it won't surprise me if he has a big say against Spurs on the weekend with their high line, especially in the second half, if we're in a good position. But yeah, brilliant performance from the boys. Really, really happy. Good for our goal difference. Good for our league position. Now we sit back and watch Liverpool away at Everton tonight, which will be a tough game for them. Obviously, Merseyside derby. And then hopefully Brighton can do us a favour against City tomorrow. But yeah, we've done our job, and now all we can do is look forward to the North London derby. Big big game. Can't stress how big that game is, but like I said, we'll talk about that in the preview later on in the week. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Who do you think was man of the match? You think I was fair to say Odegaard or someone else, or just whatever you guys think, really? Let me know. Please do like, comment, subscribe, share, and all that boring stuff. And talk to you guys soon. Come on, you Gunners.